All right, I think we are live. Hi guys, how are you? How is everybody doing tonight? I want to tell you it has been a crazy day. My husband looked at me and was like, Katy, what is all over your shirt? And it is powder and diaper cream and all kinds of stuff. But that's just the story of my life. I have kiddos and I am on the go and busy. And honestly, I just sat down to work and talked to you. So hello, how are you? My name is Katy and I am going to be chatting with you tonight about what I do as a Beachbody coach. And I'm also going to be giving you some information to help you make a good choice, a choice that's right for you about if this is something that you want to do, if you want to invest time in. So I'm going to be honest. I tend to be very sincere. I tend to be very truthful about what this entails, what coaching really is going to mean for you, potentially for your family as well. So if you have any questions for me, one thing that you can do is you can actually go onto One Fit Fighter, and in the comment section of the last post I just did, you can actually post any of your comments or questions and I can answer them right in there for you. This call is on YouTube, so it is of course recorded, so you will have an opportunity to check the playback as well. So I am going to do a share screen for you. And I hope it goes well. Let me see if it's going to work. Okay. Entire screen, share. All right. All right. So I think I am good. So I want to first of all say thank you so much for taking time out of your evening to learn more about this opportunity, and specifically with our team, with the Knockout Brigade. So I just sort of wanted to introduce you to who I am, how I got started, and give you all of that information. But more importantly, while we're on this call, I want for you to ask yourself some questions as well. Start thinking, is this a good fit for me? How can I get started? And what if I don't know anyone and I don't want to sell to my friends? Or how can I earn money? Yeah, those are common concerns and questions that you might have. So throughout the call, it's hopefully my goal to be able to give you that concept, to give you that information as well. So I really don't believe this job is so much about selling as it is about sharing. So I have to tell you that I am really passionate about what we do. I'm passionate about the coaching opportunity in terms of the challenge groups we run and in terms of the business opportunity. So allowing people to have physical results as well as financial results. And that is really at the heart of what we do and why it's so important to me. So my job is to find people who are like me and who want to help other people succeed. So I just want to tell you a little bit about myself, but I know that you may be interested because you possibly just saw me come back from the cruise that I was on. It was a paid-for trip by Beachbody. I earned by helping people, by setting a goal every month to help at least 3 people achieve their health and fitness goals. And so this is my second Success Club trip. I'm going to be honest right now, you can sign up and be on the waiting list for Punta Cana in 2017, but I'm going to get more into that and a little bit about the trip and how I kind of got to where I am now as a coach, as opposed to where I was 3.5 years ago. So my story starts off where I was teaching full time. I was a 7th grade reading teacher, and honestly, I loved my job. I was passionate about teaching. I created my own curriculum and the kiddos were amazing. It was a great school district and I was very honored to have that opportunity to teach in the district. However, with a teaching salary, we didn't make that much money within 1 year. And I will never forget the day that I actually went to the grocery store. I had just moved into a new house within the district that I taught. And it was a relatively expensive house, and we were able to afford it, but we were scraping. I mean, we were pinching pennies and we were just getting by. And so we were living really paycheck to paycheck. And I remember being at the grocery store, and I had just picked up a quick dinner for my husband and I and our son. And our debit card was declined for insufficient funds. And that's exactly what he said to me. He said, insufficient funds. And there was a line of people behind me at the register. And so I pulled out my credit card, and I had to pay for my milk and I think it was hot dogs, actually, to be honest with you, on a credit card. And I very clearly remember thinking, there has to be more to life than just getting by. It's not that we were buried in debt. It's just that we were scraping. You know, we were trying to save money for our son, and we were trying to, you know, put money aside for emergency funds as well. And it was just hard. It was hard to get ahead. It was just a matter of staying afloat. And I hated that feeling. I knew that I was working hard. My husband was working hard, and it was just not getting ahead. So really for me, I was teaching full time, and I wasn't looking for another full-time job. I went into coaching after I had purchased Insanity, and I did Insanity completely on my own. I didn't have a coach. I really didn't even know what coaching was. And when I completed Insanity on my own, a program that should have taken me 8 weeks took me close to 6 months because I didn't have support and I didn't have accountability. I kept seeing my upline coach talk about the coaching opportunity and linking it with the word P90X and Insanity. And so I messaged her, and I basically said, you know, I finished Insanity. Am I like a coach? Is that what I am now that I finished this program? And I'm sure at the time she laughed a little bit about it, but she basically explained to me what I'm going to explain to you tonight. And that is that this business can be exactly what you want it to be in your life. There are different paths that you can take with coaching, and throughout your coaching journey, those paths can change as well. So I have been involved with this business for 3.5 years. By a year and a half into the business, I matched my teaching salary. At 2 years into the business, I left my full-time job to be able to pursue coaching full-time. So at this point in the business, I have been through quite a lot in the last 3 years. I gave birth to my second son, Dom, while I was coaching, and I was able to afford an extended maternity leave. And at my extended maternity leave, I was also diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. And I have to tell you that because that is life. You know, there are unexpected things that happen. When I was diagnosed, we had just extended the maternity leave, and we had just run out of the healthcare benefits that I had with the school district. So because I was a Beachbody coach, because I had already started creating my business, we were still able to grow the business, and I was still able to create an income while being home and being able to work when I was able, when I felt physically able to work. And in that year, there was significant growth within my business. I think because one thing that I was willing to do was to share my journey with people. You know, working out became less about calories burned, and it became more about being able to sweat and having the ability to sweat, and just sweating because you're able, sweating because you can. And I found just a passion and realized that I could do more by being out of the classroom. And it was a hard decision for me because I did love teaching. I absolutely was passionate about teaching, but I also realized that as a coach, I am still a teacher. I am still doing what I love. It's just a different platform. And I know without a shadow of a doubt that I made the right choice. So my choice to do this full time enables me to be able to mentor people who want to do the same thing. So tonight, I am going to talk to you about those different options. As you can tell, I didn't start off wanting to create a full-time income. I started out by really wanting to be able to pay for the groceries and to be able to pay to continue to invest in my health. So getting my Shakeology monthly, continuing to get a discount on the various programs that were available. And just by setting small goals, like I tell my customers to do in their fitness journey, that is why I really have grown my business so much over the last 3.5 years. So I also want to tell you that I am a mom. I have 2 kiddos, Nick, who is soon to be 6 in just a couple weeks, and Dom, who is 2, and both of them are awesome. I love being a mom, love being home with them, love being able to go into my son's classroom every Monday as a volunteer and still be involved in that regard. So let's talk a little bit about the team, right? So you may have noticed that within Beachbody, there are coaches that talk about different teams. And so my team is a direct downline of the Dream Team. And the Dream Team is the top organization in the business. It's a very, very big team. And for me, I'm a teacher in regard to thinking that class size matters. And so our team is smaller, but we are also a group of individuals that truly believe that every sweat matters. And so last year at this time, we were able to, as a team, really work together to raise over $70,000 for cancer research. That is something that I was truly passionate about, something that was really important to me. And this community of coaches, and not just within our organization, but within the entire network, became an organization of people who were really sweating for something bigger. And that is something that means so much to me, because it is not about the sales. It is really about making a positive impact. And that is something that I know the people on our team really stand by and stand firm on as well. Failure nor success are ever final. In a business like this, you have setbacks and you have comebacks. And so you're always working to become a better version of yourself. You know, it's not about trying to beat someone. It's not about comparing yourself to other people. It really is your journey and just trying to be a better version of yourself on that journey as well. Okay, so let's talk about then who coaching really is for. So, you know, a lot of times I think people have in their mind that coaching is for people who have a success story. Coaching is for people who, you know, have their end result. And really, I don't find that to be true at all. Personally, as somebody who's been on a journey through health and fitness really for 3.5 years, I still feel like I am on a journey. I still feel like I am not at, you know, my ideal weight or my ideal body image. It is something that I truly work on. But I will say that through coaching, I've become a very much more confident version of myself as well. So this is not a job that necessarily means you are a fitness expert. This is a job for anybody who has a desire to help others. So that means it could be moms, it could be stay-at-home moms, it is, you know, single moms, lawyers. We have a lot of teachers on our team, military, but all of these people are those who are motivated, they're passionate, they're driven, and they really want to see other people succeed. And that is exactly why the support system on our team is working. And that is exactly why this is such a big part of being part of the #1 organization in the team. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the company too. Beachbody. So Beachbody, our mission at the end of the day, the very basic part of what we do is to help people achieve healthy and fulfilling lives. And so this business was actually founded in 1998 by John Congdon and Dalkeler. They started putting together some workouts and putting them on infomercials. And so what they created was these old school message boards. And I don't know if anyone was ever, in the 90s and the early 2000s, they had all of these message boards. There wasn't Facebook or anything like that. But what they noticed on these message boards was that people were naturally starting to support one another. They were naturally asking each other what they were doing, or they were asking each other, what's working for you, what's not working for you. And they were really creating this community of support. So they came up with this idea to create a direct marketing company. And so what a direct marketing company is in many cases, it's distributors. In our case, it's coaches. And our job is to really be the cheerleaders to other people. Our job is to talk and share about the programs and the products that are available, and to then help people complete the programs. If you've ever seen P90X or 21 Day Fix, sometimes those programs can be really hard to do without support, without the accountability of somebody else. Just like in those message boards, getting that support and accountability was helping people get better results. So why not start a company where coaches have the job of helping people get better results? And that's exactly what they did. So they created fitness programs for all levels, for all abilities. So we have programs for beginners, we have programs for advanced, we have programs that are based on cardio, and then we have others that are based on weightlifting. And there is always something in the pipeline. There is always a new program, a new product that they are working on. So there's a plethora of choices for people to start their fitness journey. So they created this network of coaches. At this point, I think it's closer to 7 years ago, but it's a person-to-person support in weight loss. And so Beachbody is what they call a MLM, and that is multi-level marketing. So this is network marketing. That word network means that our job is to share. Our job is to network, to talk, to give our experiences, to invite people into what we do. And so our commissions are based off of the commission that we make off of the direct sales, but also on team sales, which is what I'm going to get into tonight as well. Okay, so like I was saying before, whatever you might think of as a coach, it is not necessarily somebody who is a fitness expert, not necessarily a personal trainer or a nutritionist. And it's not necessarily somebody who is already at their ideal weight. Like I said, I don't feel like I'm there, but I do know that the accountability of the groups, even as a coach, is what continues to motivate me to continue to on with my fitness journey. Because they depend on me to lead them, I have to be an example. So it is the ultimate in accountability. But when I think of our team, when I think of the Knockout Brigade, I really think that our coaches are normal people, and if I'm being 100% honest, some of us are just a hot mess sometimes. We have other things that are happening in our life. We have responsibilities. A lot of us have other careers, other jobs. But at the end of the day, we have heart. We want to help people. And in order to do that, we just really make sure that we are doing everything in our power to make sure that they're accountable within our groups. So we make mistakes, we learn, but at the end of the day, we really want to see other people succeed, and we're dedicated to that. We're also people who believe in the products, and that's really important to note that no matter what type of coach, and I'll talk about that in a minute, you see yourself as, you are somebody who loves the products. You understand that this is not about just weight loss. The products in itself are about helping you live a healthier life. Shakeology, and within our trainings, we really talk about the benefits of Shakeology. Weight loss is such a small part of what Shakeology really does. This is daily dense nutrition. It's all natural. It's loaded with superfoods. And it is why 3.5 years into coaching, I feel as strong and healthy as I do. Coaches are people who work out. And if you are somebody who struggles with doing your workouts, this is the ultimate in accountability for you. You are the example to other people. You know, you are not somebody who has all the answers. You are not somebody who is perfect, but you are somebody who is saying, you know what, I'm trying every day. I want to be a better version of myself today. And you lead by that example. You set that example for other people. And so what do we do exactly? Okay, so there's a couple things. You know, when I started as a coach, my job was really to focus on running accountability groups. Now, there's a couple different ways that you can do it. Personally, when I onboard new coaches, I let them know when the challenge group is going to run. And I encourage them to invite to my challenge group so that their role is twofold. Number one, they are a co-pilot in the group. They are somebody who is watching me run the group as the leader, but they are also stepping up and supporting each other. They are on a program as well, and they are really that additional support within the first group. They're learning the ins and outs of how to actually run an effective Beachbody challenge group. We just started using the app that Beachbody has put out. This is a great opportunity for people who, you know, aren't necessarily on Facebook or can't use Facebook throughout the day. The app allows you to do your check-ins and everything right there. So that is how I am starting to run my groups. The 22 Hardcore group, not only are they rocking their results, but we're using that app as well. But really, as the coach, your job is to make sure that you are giving support to your customers, to your challengers. They've invested in a program, and your job is to make sure that you are helping them. No, you can't do the work for them, but you can support them. You can hold them accountable, and you can make sure you're doing everything in your power as their coach to remind them of why they started, to remind them of what their goals are. You know, challenge groups are really that secret sauce to success. It's fitness and nutrition, but more importantly, it's that accountability, it's that support. And that is why we see so many testimonials. You know, I think often about other programs and other companies, and they often show one person who gets results. But with Beachbody, if you ever go on to their site, there are hundreds upon hundreds of transformations. In the KB alone, we've seen hundreds of transformations. And that is because the products and the programs and the nutrition and the support work. This is foolproof. You are not the trainer, but you are the coach, and the trainers are the one who are in charge of the meal plans. They're in charge of making sure that you understand the nutrition. And so your job is that. Your job is to be the cheerleader. So what we also do then is we start sharing with people. We start talking to people about what others are doing. For me, that platform has always been social media. I have really been able to build my business primarily through my personal page, and in the last couple of years, growing it a lot through what I call my business page or my like page. But we share testimonials. We share what people are doing. We share the results that they're getting. We share, you know, the things that we're doing, the products that we are using. And we have that honor and privilege of really seeing amazing transformations take place. And I have to tell you, that's a pretty cool thing and a very powerful thing to be a part of. When somebody comes to you and says, you know what, because of you, I didn't give up. Or because of you, you know, you changed my life. You know, you changed me not only physically, but, you know, emotionally too, because working out is not just about the number on the scale. It is so much more than that. And as a coach, you have that part in changing someone's life. Okay, so I want to tell you that as a coach, this is a business. And so you have options with how you want to do this. For me, when I thought about coaching as an income opportunity, when I started, it was really just about, number one, getting the products paid for. I loved Insanity. I wanted to keep ordering the programs as they came out because I believed in them. I was seeing results with them. When I started talking to other people about it, it was about paying for the groceries. It was about just being able to get that little extra. So that meant that there was less that I needed to put on myself, less pressure that I needed to put on myself to make sure that I was saving enough each month for our kids or whatever the case was. So making money is, there's a couple different ways that it's done through our business. Number one, as a coach, you are entitled to a 25% commission on everything that is purchased through your site. So you get a 25% commission. If somebody goes to your site, they sign up and they, they order 21 Day Fix or a program or Shakeology, you're going to get 25% commission for that. Commissions from the challenge pack sales as well. Remember, a challenge pack is a product and a program that are bundled together. And that also comes with you as the coach and the challenge group that they get to participate in. So as I started to understand the commission part of it, as I started to make an income with talking and sharing my story with other people and talking with other people, I was then understanding that there was also the opportunity to receive cycle bonuses and team bonuses. So cycle bonuses, I have to tell you, are not anything like you get a cut of your coach's commissions. It doesn't work like that. A cycle bonus is a reward that you receive from Beachbody when other coaches or customers in your downline are also getting results from the products. Cycle bonuses happen as you begin to form a team of coaches who are duplicating what you do. Honestly, when I started, my first focus was, let me get the products paid for. And then it became, let me make a little bit of additional money. What's cool is within the training that you're going to receive the first month as a coach is you go over all of this information and you're going to start to say, what do I need to do to be able to grow my business? What do I need to be able to do to earn more cycle bonuses? And so we're going to talk about that. That is something that we're going to go into detail about. As a coach who's been doing this for 3.5 years, the bulk of my income does come through the team and cycle bonuses. Also, as a coach, you get the awesome reward of a 25% discount on everything you personally order too. So if you are somebody who orders Shakeology monthly, you're going to get a 25% discount on that. Programs, products, anything that's coming into the pipeline, that's a 25% discount for you as well. I have to tell you too that one of the coolest perks of our job is the rewards that Beachbody gives us for really helping other people. So there's travel opportunity. There's monthly incentives that they give coaches for achieving what we call Success Club. There's an opportunity for you to travel to Nashville for free. This year, I think 4 of our coaches in our organization were in LA. They were gifted an opportunity to go to LA, the corporate office, to learn more about the company. And that was because they had achieved a certain rank in the business. Success Club trip this year, we just got back from a cruise to the Caribbean, an all expense paid trip aside from the cost of travel. Last year it was in Cancun, and next year it will be in Punta Cana. I usually travel to Coronado Bay, I think that's what it's called, Los Coronado in California for a leadership retreat to be able to provide my coaches some new trainings and whatnot from the corporate team. And on top of that, every month there's incentives, just smaller incentives. You know, it could be anything from a fun little bobblehead. I think this month they are giving away performance packs. Not too long ago, it was actually P90X. So they really want you to know that they appreciate when you are helping other people achieve their health and fitness goals. And they do an amazing job with that as well. In the corner too, you might notice that it says Success Starters for Success Club. Success Club is our simplified way of making sure that you are getting results with your business, that you are moving your business forward. Success Club is when you sign people up in your challenge groups with what we call a challenge pack. And your first 3 months of a coach, you can earn what they call Success Starters. When you achieve Success Club, those first 3 months, you actually earn your ticket to what we call Coach Summit, which is our yearly event This year it's being held in Nashville, Tennessee in July. And it is just a 3-day training. It's jam-packed with tons of information to help you grow your business, but you can actually earn that trip for free, which is pretty amazing too. So the Success Starters, that trip is going to be up for grabs as well as you grow your business. So yeah, lots of perks, lots of benefits, lots of fun stuff for you as well for helping other people achieve their health and fitness goals. Okay, so what makes us different from other teams? You know, I just want to tell you that our team is a team of go-givers. You know, you hear the term go-getters, but I really think that our team is a team of heart. We put people first. You know, this is about helping other people achieve their goals. And this is a team that is helping people with their health, their fitness, and their financial goals too. We help people set big goals, and we help them crush it as well. This is about heart. This is about helping other people and making sure that you understand that this isn't a get rich quick. This doesn't work like that. This is about patience. This is time. This is consistency, and this is belief. I'm, with all honesty, this is very much like an internship. You know, you are going to work. If you want to build and grow this business, you cannot look at it as if you're just going to come in and make money. You have to put heart into it. You have to put work into it. You have to have a goal in mind, and you have to have a vision for where you want to go. My job as a mentor coach on the team is to help you stay accountable to that. When you tell me your goals, my job is to help you stay accountable. It's very parallel to a fitness journey. You know, on your fitness journey, when you purchase your challenge pack, or when you do the program for the first time, your coach can help you. They can motivate you. They can support you, but they can't do the work for you. And that is what coaching really is all about. It is about giving that support, just like we do in the fitness groups, but in a business sense. So our team is very good about giving support. You have more trainings and opportunities than you can even imagine. April 22nd, our leaders are taking coaches to Deep Creek, Maryland for a retreat with a corporate trainer and the top coach in the organization as well. So there's lots of team building. There's closed support for all coaches. I know me personally, I really enjoy working one-on-one with my newer coaches. When they reach out and they're ready to grow, I am there for them. There's weekly team calls. We often have guest speakers on there as well. There's leadership training opportunities and elite training opportunities as you grow your business too. But this is what you want. You know, this business is what you want it to be. So your job is to think about, well, what path do I want to take? To me, there are really 3 types of coaches, and a lot of times they might overlap a little bit. I know for me, I really went from being what's called a discount coach to a business builder. And so a discount coach is really somebody that doesn't want to sell anything. You are not obligated to sell anything. You are going to save monthly on Shakeology and receive a 25% discount on all of your products. This is definitely a savings over time for the discount coach. I highly suggest this for people who are seeing results in their fitness journey and love the products. You know, sign up. There's no obligation. There's zero quota to meet in any regard. Actually, there's no quota to meet. There's no inventory to keep. So that is one option. The second option you have is what we call a hobby coach. And as I said, I was teaching full time when I grew my business. I had a full-time job. I had kids at home, and I just really enjoyed sharing what I was doing with other people. I was running challenge groups, but I really wasn't running a team. I was running the challenge groups, and I was sharing with them, and they were seeing great results, and I was able to earn extra income. I was really able to earn enough that I was able to pay for those groceries every month. And then it grew, every month I started to see my income really grow. And that's really where it became a business builder. And that was when I started to go all in with it. And I was growing the business to provide financial freedom for my family. And I was able to then take that concept and start duplicating it with my team so that they are on the same path. So many of the business builders are on that same path. For me, it really was never, it was just never that I ever in a million years thought that I was going to be one of those coaches who could sit back and say, I have financial freedom. We don't have any debt. I looked at a call like this and thought success belonged to somebody else. And I grew into the belief of being a business builder. And it took time, and it took a lot of, personal development. It took a lot of growth on myself to start believing in myself. And I think of those parallels all the time with our challengers. So many times our challengers come into their fitness journey and they look at a goal that seems so far out of reach. Maybe they want to lose 50 pounds, but they broke it. If we break it down for them and we say, let's just focus this week on making sure we're going to be 100% with our meal plans. And we are really going to make sure that we're doing our workouts every day. And we're going to push ourselves so that maybe we don't need the modifications this week. I realized that those little seemingly insignificant steps that you do every day are really what bring you closer to results. And so when you look back, you can say, oh, it was the choices that I was making. And it's the same with the business. When I started, I thought that looked really good. Like, wow, that would be great to have financial freedom. But I didn't necessarily know that was something that belonged to me. But I started doing the little things my upline told me to do every day within my business that allowed me to understand that, wow, that goal I thought was so out of reach actually isn't that far out of reach, because I'm working every day towards it, just like you do in your fitness journey as well. So how do you make this official? So you actually have a couple of options. I know a couple of people on the call tonight, you have purchased your challenge pack this month. You are actually in the test group, which is going on right now. You guys are rocking it. You're doing an amazing job. I'm so proud of all of you. Your option for signing up is actually to either purchase another challenge pack or to sign up with a $39.95 coach fee. Now, if you have purchased a challenge pack, that fee does get waived. If you have not purchased the challenge pack, though, you do have to pay that $39.95. Personally, I think the best way to go is to purchase a challenge pack. I know for me, my husband and I are getting ready to do the 3-day refresh. It's available as a challenge pack. We're going to be doing it after Easter. And you get free, you get $2 shipping, excuse me. You get a free 30-day club membership. So that's going to give you 30-day access to Beachbody on demand as well. If you are military, though, you don't have a sign-up fee and you don't have a monthly fee. So this is either if you're military or your spouse is military, you actually are going to sign up, no monthly fee, and there is no sign-up fee. So I just want to break down what the monthly fee covers. So the monthly fee for all coaches, whether discount, hobby, or a business building coach, it's the same fee. And that fee covers the cost of your websites and the fact that you don't have to keep any inventory. There's no inventory, there's no quota that you have to meet ever in Beachbody. And because you don't have to keep inventory and you don't have to pay to stock inventory like you do with so many other companies out there, your $15.95 fee is that warehouse fee as well. So that is what you pay monthly. But if you're looking at this just from a Shakeology standpoint, you love the product, it is a great idea to get it for a discount. So for example, our customers are paying $131 a month for Shakeology, breaking it down to $5 and change daily. As a discount coach, you're going to pay $99 and roughly 46 cents. With that business fee, it's going to come out to about $115.41, which means over 6 months, you're still going to be saving $100. So it absolutely is a great way to save money. I tell people too, hey, you know, if you want to get your Shakeology paid for, invite 3 friends. And when you invite 3 friends and they sign up with Shakeology, that is covered every month for you. So that's another option for you as well. So here's what I encourage all of you to do. I really want you to think tonight about, what can Beachbody do for me? You know, what can this do in my life? How can this change my life? Think about where you are in your fitness journey, or where you are with your journey with Beachbody, and how this could potentially inspire people. You know, as somebody who has really been through a lot of transitions in 3 years, I know that because of the network that I am a part of and the team that we are creating, I am a different person than I was 3 years ago. I often think to myself, you know, how would my journey through cancer have been different if I didn't have the network of people in my life that I did? And I am forever grateful to those people. And I'm forever grateful to the company for allowing me to have that platform to be able to raise awareness, and to also be able to raise money as well for something that I am very, very passionate about. And you just never know. You know, you aren't guaranteed the job that you feel is so secure. I'm a teacher in Pennsylvania. I was told that you're 30 and out, and you aren't guaranteed that. There are no guarantees. And for me, in hindsight, I really realized that making small, seemingly insignificant changes and sacrifices in my life over the past 3.5 years has created financial freedom for my family that I never in a million years thought was possible for us. And as I look at it now, and I am looking at, you know, you, and I'm thinking about these new coaches, is I don't ever know how to say it in a way that makes others understand how grateful I am for this. And I sometimes just want to be like, gosh, this can change your life, because you're doing work that really matters, and really makes a difference to so many people. So with that being said, I encourage all of you to reach out to the coach that invited you here tonight onto this call. And I look forward to waking up over the next couple of days and saying hello to you in our team, the Knockout Brigade. Make sure that you set up what's called a Getting Started Right call with your coach. And you guys can decide together, you know, where are you in your journey? Where do you want to be as a coach? Is it discount? Is it hobby? Or is it an all-in coach? So that you can work on the next steps to be able to achieve those goals. So guys, I am so very grateful for having you on this call tonight and for just being a part of it. I really look forward to inviting you and having you on the team. Thanks so much. Have a great night.